all the
If I had to narrow it down to one thing, like the most important thing about being an improviser, it's tell the truth. Be yourself, be honest, tell the truth. Because everything comes from that. If you can tell the truth about yourself in the moment, in front of people, with people, share that with people, then everything you create becomes really real. We all already know how to improvise. It's something that is innate and natural to people. We're makers, we're improvisers. That's what we do more than anything else. There's no instinct that tells a person what to do in the morning when you get up. You know, a squirrel, a dog, you know, all these other animals, there's instinctual patterns that they have. When they get up in the morning, there's no question what they're going to do. They do things that squirrels do. People, there's nothing that says you have to do any particular thing when you get up in the morning, right? So everything that you choose to do is something you're making up, you know? And you might be making that up within structures of what your beliefs are about what your life is or your experience or what you're doing in your life right now. But still, you're making it up inside of that. There's no instinct that says, I have to get up and make coffee. There's no instinct that says, I have to get up and go to work. So if you want to improvise music, the way you learn how to do that is you get an instrument or sing and you make sounds. And you improvise and you have fun making sounds. That's where you start, always. And everything else comes from there. My favorite thing is finding out how things work in the big ways. You know, some people are very interested in all the differences of things, like, you know, the difference between this style and that style, or the difference between how you play over this chord change or over that chord change. You know, there's lots of ways to explore the intricacies and the differences of all these different things. My passion has always been how to explore the samenesses. What are the big things that are the same between everybody? So that's really what I'm exploring all the time now with improvisation and creativity is what are the things that connect us? What are the things that everybody understands and uses? You know, what are the big things that are the same throughout all the different genres, all the different ways to create, all the moments of innovation? So that's what I'm looking at all the time. That's what I think about. It was a great discipline. It was a great gift, actually, to have this project. It was a great discipline for me to have to do this every day. And of course, totally self-imposed. But it really made me look at it every day. I had to look at this every day. I had to see how people create stuff every day and think about it. And that was an amazing gift to be able to do that. Now I have the leisure of being able to reflect on all those things that I've been learning about every day, all the people that I've interviewed and that have shared this amazing information with me. Now I have the leisure to look at that and to let it settle and to let it coalesce. And after that happens a little bit, then I think I'll have an idea of what to do with it next. I can't really see all of the big picture of it yet because I think there's a lot of information that needs to be processed. But I can certainly see certain threads that run through the show. One thread is that it's about people. Improvising is not about techniques. It's not about genres of whatever it is you're doing. It's really about being people. You know, that's one thing that's just huge to me. And being an improviser is about doing stuff with people. Even the people that are doing things that are solitary, like painters. In the end, it's really about being a person and doing stuff for and with people. That's a big thing that I think runs through. Another one is that people really get a lot of energy and pleasure out of doing things that they enjoy. You know? And again, that's something that seems obvious, but I think it's something we all forget a lot. That really, that's at the core of being a happy improvising person, is doing things and being around people that you enjoy. I think the most important tool is yes. I think that's the most important tool for people to be an improviser, to be creative, is to say yes to things. When an opportunity presents itself, try saying yes to it and see what happens. When an idea comes into your head, even if it's something that you haven't done before, or something that maybe you might think somebody might frown on, or say yes to it, see what happens. What's surprising to me is that creativity and improvisation is even more basic and more a part of being human and simpler than I ever thought of. And I'm one of the people that sort of thinks more than most that it is that way. So that was probably the most surprising thing, is that how basic it is to being human. People are makers. They just are. And every person I talk to, it just rang out with every single person. That's what we do. That's it. You know, if you had said to say one thing about humans that makes them what they are, that's it. We're makers. We create stuff. That was surprising to me, how true that was. It was amazing to me. It was so amazing and gratifying to me that so many really interesting people were so generous about sharing themselves. And kind of surprising, really, because some of these people I knew very well, some people I didn't know at all. But everybody was willing to tell their story. Everybody was willing to share who they were and what they really thought to other people, to strangers out there in the, all over the world. That was amazing to me. That really, every time it touched me. It's with my deepest gratitude that I'd like to thank you all for sharing this year of improvisation with me. And I hope to see you out there improvising soon.